Hello everybody, welcome back. This is Georgiana again with Expressions Craft Studio, and today I'm going to show you something I just briefly touched on in my last video, which was how to take this existing gift card holder and turn it into a pocket or a sleeve. So that's what I'm going to try to show you today. So let me get over here where I belong. There we go. So what I want to do is I'm going to take this. I'm just going to click on that image and that set of images there that are grouped together, and I'm going to duplicate them. And then I'm just going to scroll down a little bit to get us into a separate screen. So what I had suggested was that instead of letting it fold up, unfold, you could glue the seam here and over here on the left and the right, and then it would make a pocket. But what you'd want to do is you'd want to move this tab right here. So that's what we're going to show you how to do today. So we're going to start by detaching everything. And let's make sure that okay, so is it grouped? Nope, it's not grouped. So it's still, some of it's still attached, it seems. Okay, so we want this one here that's going up like that. And what I want to do is, since we're going to fold this bottom piece here up, I want to move this little slot cut to the tip here, so it'll be a little thumb hole to make it easier to grab the card with. So first of all, I'm just going to flip it because I need it to go the other way. So we're going to flip vertical, and then I'm just going to use my arrow keys, that way it stays centered, to pull it down. And I want it to go just a little bit beyond the edge there. And we'll just zoom in so that you can see it goes just a little bit beyond the edge. That way it'll cut that thumb slot out of there. So we can zoom back out. And other than that, the file should be good. Now, there are a couple of ways you can close this once you get it cut out. You can either use a belly band or some ribbon, or you could use little magnets to hold it down. So we'll look at a couple of options. I'm not sure yet which way I'm going to go with it, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video, I'm going to cut this out, and then we'll come back and take a look. But before I do all of that, let me go down here and attach everything. Alright, so let me pause the video and we will be right back. Alright, we've managed to cut everything out. I just matted everything on the same mat. I did have to unload it and then reload it, but it was already on the mat, so that saved me a little bit of time. These were both from my scrap bin or pouch, and that's what I'm making these with, is my scraps currently. I have not had to use anything new. I will eventually, probably when I start on the Christmas ones, just because I still have a paper pad and a half of the same paper pad. I bought it twice, so I never managed to get my way all the way through the first pad, and that's what I've made Christmas cards with, among with other things, for the last 2 years. So I am determined to finish off that first pad this year. So I'm just removing my tape. So this was a printable, and it may have been from Creative Fabrica. It may not have been. If it was, I'll go back and look, and if I can tell, I will put it in the comments below, the link in the comments below. It is an affiliate link, so there will be a small commission for me, no extra cost for you. You guys know the drill by now, I think. So I'm just removing that, and then I'm just going to set this aside till later. So this was a very textured piece of cardstock, which doesn't really show up for you guys. There, you can kind of see it. So I made that the outside. I've got our score lines here, so I think maybe before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and round my corners. Since I didn't design it with rounded corners, I'm using my corner punch, and I'm going to use the big curve today just because I like it better. Now we do have to wait to do these corners here until after we get it folded. But before I do that, I'm just going to go ahead and punch these. So when I printed this, I printed it on cardstock, but it's a very thin cardstock. That is not cutting. What is going on? There we go. Well, it's still not great. But maybe I can fix it with my scissors. I always kind of, see, that one didn't cut good either. I always kind of have to fiddle with it to make sure I've got it in there all the way and correctly. Otherwise I don't get a good cut on it. Seems like the bigger the piece, the easier it goes in. Maybe it's all just in, yeah, see, that one didn't cut right. And it's still not cutting right. Yeah, I don't know. Might be time for a new corner rounder. That makes me scared to try to do the folded corners on the thicker cardstock. Let's see, can I fix that? Do I need to? I think it'll be all right. So we've got all of that. I'm just kind of making a pile here. So when I go to clean it up, it's all in one spot. So let's go ahead and burnish these folds, these score lines. Let me do this one. I like to fold it toward me so I can see that score line, because sometimes they're just a little bit hard to see. All right, and see how that thumb hole cut out when we moved that from, where did we have it? We had it here going this way, and we moved it here, flipped it, and put it that way. So that way you'll be able to get the card out of there, which, oh, here it is. It's in the one I made last. So once that's inside there, you'll be able to still get a hold of it. So that's good. That worked. So let's see what else. Oh, we want to punch our corners. All right, let me just do a little bit more burnishing here, just to make sure those are nice and snug. And then we'll go into our corner. Yeah, it's tight. Oh, it did it though. Okay. 2 more to go. I need one of those crocodile corner rounders. I think would be handle the heavier duty stuff better than this does. And as far as I can tell, that's all of our debris. So we're going to get out our little desk back. Love it. All right, so we've got our, which I didn't do that right. I didn't cut the thumb slot on there. So that's going to be a little difficult. I forgot to do it for this cover piece. So I think I know what we can do though. I don't remember quite how it, I think it went like that, that, probably that, and then that one on the inside. So we'll glue these down. We want to be careful not to glue our tabs closed. I did that yesterday. I could have made that a little longer. It's a little narrow, but I think it's all right. Oh, you know what? It's because I got them backwards. Ooh. Good catch, George. So, maybe this one then goes like that. We'll see. All right, so what I need to do is I need to figure this out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of line that up where it goes. Oh, you know what? I don't even have to do it on that side. Let's do it on this side. Line that up where it goes. Oh no, I know I was doing it that way so I could trace my thing. Okay. So I'm going to line that up there. Kind of hold it in place without moving it. I'm going to grab my pencil and I'm just going to trace around that. And then we're going to cut that out. And I'm going to get some small scissors here if I can figure out where I put them. Oh, here they are. They were looking right at me. Okay, so make sure we cut the right piece. And what I want to do is I want to cut just outside of that line to give myself a little bit of a border, you know, a relief, whatever you want to call that. And I don't normally like cutting by hand, so I will fix this in the file because I do plan on making a lot more of these, and then you will not have to worry about it. And I will save this in a separate file than the one I've been working in. I think that'll work. So that would go here. Yeah, that's all right. So let's glue that down, because then that will flip up and be that. So yeah. All right, so we're going to get out our glue here. I'm going to try to, I've got tape stuck to my arm here. I'm going to try to fix this corner a little bit before hopefully I can't make it any worse. Yeah, it's a little better. All right, so we're going to add some glue. Now, if I get to a point where I'm really comfortable doing this stuff in, I have another program. It's free. I can't think of what it's called right now, but it would save all this as an SVG, so then you could use it in projects other than just Design Space. But so far, I haven't really had time to play with it the way I'd like to. I can't even think of what it's called right now. But if I get to that point where I can do that, then I'll be able to make these available for people on other platforms than just Design Space. Alright, so we got one. Let me get this out of my way. And I think now we'll go ahead and do, let's see, I want to trim this one a little bit too. Just to kind of smooth out that little bit of a, that's just pretty blurry, but there's a little bit of a nip in there that I don't like. Okay, so let me zoom in a little bit. Let's try, that'll be the, maybe I want this one. That one's got a little nip too. It's not as big as the last one, but there we go. It's not great, but it'll work. I don't think that's the piece that goes there, though. I do think it's this piece. So Not that it matters. Nobody's going to be able to tell but me. Yeah, I'll put that one on the inside and put this one down here. Alright, so I'm going to glue this one next because I don't have to worry about those tabs with this one. I know what I'm going to use. Oh, I just remembered something I have in my stash. That's a bad thing about my stash being 25 and 30 years old. I sometimes forget what I have in there, but I might just have the perfect trim to wrap this up. Because I'm thinking I'm going to make this a unicorn thing, a little like for a baby shower or a young girl. So what I want to do, okay, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go around these edges. And then instead of going in the middle, I'm going to come over here and do this, kind of go along that bottom edge of that, and then just do a little bit of glue down there. And I did get a little close there. Got a little too carried away. Okay. Spread that glue out. Make sure our tab's still open. 1 and 2. And where'd I put that Bass Pro card for the lucky little unicorn girl? Right there. So you flip that up. Actually, that's backwards. So Bass Pro's upside down. And you flip that down. So it's going to make a cute little wallet. So we're going to put this on the inside here. Just a little bit of glue and position that like so, and spread our glue out. Nice. All right, now we're going to make pockets. So here you've got a couple options. You can use tape, you can use glue, or you can use glue and tape. I'm just going to use glue, and I'm going to kind of just go around that corner a little bit on the bottom, but not on the top. And you know, I'm going to slide that out of there because I want to make sure that I get a good, oh, see, and I did go a little too high, so I'm just going to wipe that off of there. And we're going to burnish. I'll make sure that doesn't go anywhere. So actually, because I did that, I didn't even need those slots. Kind of forgot what I was doing. So if you're going to make it with the flap, I will take the slots out on the file. You know what, I'll hide them. And that way they're there if you don't want to glue your sides. But you can see your gift card still goes in there, and there's still room, especially for little fingers, to get a hold of it and pull it out of there. So at some point I will put a nice unicorn decoration. Let me see. Let me grab something real quick. Alright, so this is my little matchbox of unicorn die cuts. And I've got a couple different ones here. So let's see what I like. Oh, that's way too big. I might not have one small enough. Yeah, I don't think I do. I'm going to have to make something different. These are definitely too big. Oh, that's too bad. Because that would have been really cute. Now I could put it a little lower and cut its feet off, but that feels kind of funny to me. So, alright, well, that was a good thought. Just isn't going to work today, but I have other stuff. So, well, my search through my stash was a little underwhelming, but I did find the rickrack that I thought might be cute. It's very old. Let's see, 1996. So we got going on 30 years there, just shy of. I bought this when I was making unicorn and carousel stained glass wall hangings, and I thought it'd be so pretty, and then I never used it. So I think it might look really nice. Because it's very pastel-y. So that would look cute. I don't know yet for sure I'm going to use it because I've got other ribbons and stuff to check out. But yeah, that could be cute. I could even I don't know about tying it in a bow, but I could sew it so that it's like a belly band. So anyway, I don't know, we'll figure that out later. But I at least found that. I thought I had unicorn stickers, couldn't find those anywhere. I can make some, so I might do that. Or I could just leave it blank and decorate it later, but I think I will finish it. I just haven't decided how yet. And, you know, if it was for a specific child, you could even cut out letters either in vinyl with your cutting machine or with die cuts if you have those. You could even use stamps, but those are a little harder to get straight and look neat and everything. But yeah, you could even put somebody's name on there. Ashley, Brittany, Peyton, whatever you wanted. And personalize it that way. So how cute is that anyway? I wish the color showed up better. I guess my next purchase needs to be better lighting, because you just don't really get a good look at what these papers are looking like. Maybe let's just turn it off. Oh, that's terrible. All right, let's go back. That's a little better. Just don't have it as bright, maybe. But anyway, it's really cute, little girly, babyish even paper, and it's blue and purple and pink, so it could go for boy or girl. But to me, it's kind of feminine looking. Cute little gift card. I'm going to fix this to where the tab cuts aren't on the inside. I'll put both versions of this file in my new file that I save. So I'll link it below. If you've previously picked up the other version, which was this one, or this one was the prototype. Believe it or not, it's the prettiest one yet, and it was the prototype. But if you've previously gone to the group and picked up the link for this file, you might want to go back and pick it up if you're interested in this one, because I will make those corrections on there, and I will include both in this new link. So I think that's it for today. You could decorate this any way you want. I've even got building blocks that say ABC. I could put those on there. A little teddy bear. I've got some carousel stickers that might be cute on there. You know, you could have a lot of fun with this. And it'd be perfect for a baby shower too. Baby shower or a young girl. I mean, I'm still into unicorns, and I'm 60. So there's probably still plenty of teenagers out there who think unicorns are pretty cool, because I did when I was a teenager, and I know times have changed. You know, we didn't have iPhones back then, but there's probably still a few girls who would like this. Older girls, teenage girls, or even 60-year-olds. I mean, let's be real. I love gift cards. So I'm not telling you to send me gift cards, please. I'm just trying to be funny. Okay, you guys, sorry about that. I forgot I wanted to come back to Cricut and kind of go ahead and show you how I'm going to save this file, so you won't have all of this other stuff in there from the previous video with the gift card holders in it. So I'm just going to delete all of that. And I'm going to move this up, and I'm going to change those colors back to something that's more appealing to me. First I'm going to go in the right direction. So I'm going to make this one blue, just because I like blue. Maybe. Let's see, let's do it this way. So I'm going to pick this dark. No, that's a little too dark. So let's go to advanced, and we'll just lighten it up a little bit. There we go. That'll work. And then we're going to go to this over here as well as this one, and we're going to make it a light blue. Or, well, let's try that, and then we'll go back and try the other one. Oh, I want these on top. Accept that. There we go. Well, it says they are in front. One of them is. Anyway, yeah, that's okay. You can see that well enough. Okay, so this is the file I'm going to save now. Oh, you know what I did though? Alright, I'm going to undo. So Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, or you can use your arrow up here. Again, most of you probably know this, but for those that don't, I'm going to go back and put everything back because I messed up. I don't want to delete that one. I do want to delete all of that. I will leave the gift card in here. This is just, you know, if you're resizing stuff, it gives you an idea. So this is the original file, and this is the new one. So we're going to move it all up. And you can see the difference here is this is where our slotted tab is, and over here it's down here on the bottom. So this is the one you'll glue together. This one you don't have to. But I do want to take those two slotted tabs out of there, because if you're going to glue it like a pocket, you don't need those, right? So let's go into here, and apparently I'm going to have to detach everything first. Yeah, it won't let me into contour until I do. So we're going to detach things quickly. And since I'm detaching them, well, you know what? I'll go ahead and leave them on there. I'm just going to contour them out. So, again, I need to detach. I'm always thinking, what's going to work best on the fly? Here we go. Contour still not let me. Okay, let's try. That's the back piece, so I'm going to send it to the back, and then maybe, there we go. Well, contour doesn't work on these apparently. Okay, well that's okay. You know what we'll do? We'll group them, and then we'll hide them. So they're there if you want them, and if you don't have to do anything about it. You don't have to worry about it. What else do I need to do? Let me see. I'm going to move this over because I do need another set of these in the green. I'll move that to the back, and I'm going to change that shade to this light green. That way it matches the other ones that are there. So you've got on the outside top, middle, bottom, and on the inside top and bottom. On this one, we don't really have anything to do on the inside except for this one here. And I'm going to change the color on all of these. We did this as the light blue, and then we did this one, which actually, before I do any of that, I want to attach everything again. And then we want to change our color. So we'll come back over here to our layers panel. We're just going to select the base piece, and I'm going to change that color, and I'm probably going to have to make that blue again. Yeah, let's try that one. Okay, I like that. So now, and that's of course not where I want it, neither one of them are. That's okay. So I think we've got everything. I think the file's set up correctly. I don't think I need to do anything else. think we're good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and save this. We're going to do a save and a save as. And anything that I make myself, I do start with ECS for Expressions Craft Studio, obviously. And we're going to do two-way gift card holder. Oops, I gotta learn how to spell. Okay, and I'm going to save it under all occasion. And in my Facebook group shares. And I think that's good for now. So we're going to hit save. And this is the file I will link below in the comments. And this way you've got both. And these are all created with basic shapes. So there is nothing in here that you need to pay for. Everything should be free. If it's not, please let me know. But I don't believe there's anything that's going to want to charge you. I'm just re-looking at everything. I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure it's all free. Now, the other thing I will show you real quick before we go is if you wanted to, if you don't have a corner rounder and you want the rounded corners, you will have to remake this. And I'm going to show you real quick how to do it. What you're going to do is you're going to duplicate this piece. I'm going to move it down here and then we're going to enlarge it so we can see it better. And we just want to know what size this bluish piece is on the bottom. So we're going to click on that and it tells us it's 4.455 wide by 6.143 high. So that's what we want to duplicate. So I'm going to go over to my shapes and I'm going to select this rounded one. And I say rounded because the corners are rounded. I'm going to flip it 90 degrees. I do that up here. You can also rotate it manually if you like. And then I want to make it the same size as this one. So I'm going to just copy, Control C. We're going to click on this one again. And I'm going to unlock my proportions and I'm going to paste that in there. So then I'm going to go back to the base, the original base. I'm going to copy my height now, Control C, and I'm going to go back to this one and paste it in here. And then I can, oh, it didn't, hit enter. Oh, okay. So because I turned it, the width and the height were different. So now I'm just going to go back to 0 degrees, and that puts it right back where it wanted to be. So now your corners are rounded. I don't really like the way this rounds the corners as well, especially when you resize it, but you know, it's the easiest way to do it. So let's just make sure that that's the same, and it looks like it is. So we'll move that down here and we're going to take everything else in there. Let's see, make sure we just got everything, and we're going to duplicate everything but this slice result on the bottom. So I'm holding my control key and clicking my mouse button thinking that will undo it, and it does not. So we'll just go ahead and select them manually and we'll duplicate and we'll slide that down. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to undo that. As many times as it takes. Okay. So we're going to try this again. And I'm going to duplicate. And then I'm just going to keep sliding it down. This takes a little bit longer, but I'm just using my arrow key. That's what I'm doing when I say slide. It takes a little bit longer that way, but it's the easiest way to get it, grab everything. Or I could have grouped it and that would have helped. So let's group it. Okay, so I'm going to change this dark gray because it's just so hard to see. And I'm going to make it a different version of the blue. I'm going to go into advanced and just make it a little bit lighter. Okay. Oh, you know what? I didn't have to do that. I had it all right there. But that's okay. And now I've got it right here. So I'm just going to delete this one. So I'm pretty sure I no longer need that. And let's go ahead and get this all centered up. So I'm going to do, select both. I'm going to align and center. Oh, yeah, I don't want to do that. Let's select it again. I'm just going to come over. I did make it so it scores a little bit on either side. So what I want to do is I want to, you know what, I'm going to align it at the bottom, because this this cut tab here, thumb tab, was at the bottom and then passed a little bit. So I'm going to select both, except it's not selecting both. Okay, and now we can align at bottom. And now I'm just going to select the scores and the cut and just arrow down a little bit. And there you go. So now we can attach everything. So this one is going to be, now the problem with this is, I've shown you how to do that. You'll have to do the same thing with your cover pieces as well. I'm not going to do that here today because I think this video has already gone far long enough, but you would have to go back and make your sizes the same as these, but just use the rounded corner rectangle or square, either one. So I'm going to hide this one just because I didn't do the rest of the work on these, and I'm not going to today, but it's there if you want it. And otherwise I think we're good. So I'm just going to hit save again, and this time I'm just going to save it because I just want the same file name. Alright guys, so there you go, there you have it. Hopefully that helped some of you, and feel free to use the file. It will be posted on my Facebook page for Expressions Craft Studio, which is linked below, and I'll try to add all the other links I mentioned. So anyway, thanks for joining me. I'm going to keep making these, but I am going to go back and do a little more quilling. I've got a couple more videos that I want to you know, try to highlight and create their beautiful creations, as well as I want to play around with my new peg enhancers that I think is an original creation, but if I'm wrong, I have yet to hear from anybody, so there's that. And I want to make some pens. Now, I bought this pen from Etsy, and I'll try to link the seller below, but I love this pen. Isn't it pretty? Oh my gosh. And I just love this pen. So I bought this one. I think it was $15. I will link the seller below. I don't remember the name of the seller right off the top of my head. But if you're interested, I will link it below. I get no commission or anything off that. I just love this pen. And I have found these beads. So I may buy beads and make some more pens. But I did buy some blank stuff and make my own pen. The one I made years ago is top heavy because I've got glass beads on it. And it's the ink doesn't write very well, even though it's never been used. But I made some new ones, and so this is my newest one. And I only got 2 of these beads because they were out. That was the last 2 they had. They're silicone, but there's like this nice embossed raised damask print on it. This one's just got a little sparkle on it. This one's got like ice sparkles, and then this one of course is just rhinestones. But anyway, it's not as fancy as my fancy $15 pen. Whoops, there we are. But it writes just as good, and it's pretty. So I've got a few more blanks, so I'll probably put a few of these together in a few days, because I did find some of my larger beads. I have all of my mother's seed beads, but they don't fit on here. So I will be making some of those in the next couple of days too, just to show you how easy it is. I mean, there's lots of videos out there. Anybody can do this. The supplies are relatively inexpensive. So, you know, if you're something you're interested in, I just happened to see it sitting there and thought, oh, I have to share my pretty pen, because I just love it. I love everything about it. I wish it was a little bit sturdier. I mean, it's plastic, so it's not intended to live forever. The other one that I have, which I don't see sitting here, I bought it years and years and years ago, and it's a much sturdier makeup than this one. But I don't know where I put the other one that I got, 10 or 15 years ago. So I guess it doesn't matter. But other than that, I'm really happy with it. And I like the way they write. And for me, I'm picky about that. I don't like a scratchy pen. I usually use the G2s from Pilot because I love the way they write. Even though the ink doesn't dry right away, you have to be careful. You're going to smear it. But I love the way they write. Nice flow. These write pretty good. They're not as good as a G2, but they're not scratchy. And I can't stand a scratchy pen. So, anyway, I just had to share that. That's not the point of the video. But I just think it's so darn pretty. So, anyway, till next time, guys, this is Georgiana signing off and wishing you all a happy crafty day. And let me know if there's something particular you want to see, because there's a good chance I've done it or that I have the supplies to do it. And I'm just having fun in here. And again, thank you, all of you who subscribe and watch. And, I know there's a lot of videos out there, and it's hard to see everything. I've had to, since I started making videos, I've had to quit watching all of the videos I used to watch because there just isn't enough hours in the day. And I do miss that a little bit. And I've even had one of my groups reach out to me and say, hey, are you okay? Yes, I am. I've just been busy, but this particular group, I have a lot of good friends in there, so I will be going back to them. I've just been, I've been self-involved. Is that the word? I don't know. You know what I mean, maybe. Anyway, thank you guys again so much. It means the world to me. This is the only way I interact with the world, because I'm what do you call it? Introverted, slightly neurodivergent, and I say slightly because I can function in the outside world. I just prefer not to. So this is my only interaction, and I really appreciate you guys. So thanks again so much. I really mean that from the bottom of my heart. Again, until next time, I hope you have a happy crafty day.